Next is air wedge. When two optically plane glass plates placed such that at one end they are in contact while they are slightly apart in the other end by placing a thin wire, then wedge-shaped film of refractive index mu is formed in between them. Let the surface be inclined at an angle theta. Light from the monochromatic source is allowed to fall normally on the system by using a glass plate G, and a travelling microscope is focused on the fringe system. Looking through the microscope, we can see alternate dark and bright straight fringes of equal thickness which are parallel to the line of contact of two glass plates. Here each fringe is the locus of the points where the thickness of the film has a constant value. Therefore, such fringes are often referred as fringes of equal thickness. Consider a point P which is at a distance xn from the edge A, where the thickness of the film is T. The path difference between the rays reflected from the top and bottom surface of the film at P is 2 t cos r. For normal incidence, R is equal to 0. If P is the position of the dark fringe, then 2 t is equal to L lambda. But from the figure 2, that is tan theta is equal to T divided by xn. Therefore, equation 1 becomes 2 mu xn tan theta is equal to n lambda. That is equation 2. Therefore, the distance of the n plus m, the dark band, is xn plus m is equal to n plus m into lambda divided by 2 mu tan theta. Therefore, xn plus m minus xn is equal to m lambda divided by 2 mu tan theta. Therefore, the bandwidth of the band beta is equal to xn plus m minus xn divided by m, that is beta is equal to lambda divided by 2 mu tan theta. But for air film, mu is equal to 1, therefore beta is equal to lambda divided by 2 tan theta. If P is the position of the nth bright band, therefore 2 mu t is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. The applications of the air wedge are, first one is to determine the diameter of a thin wire. When a wire is placed between one of the ends of the two glass plates, a wedge-shaped air film is formed between them. Light from the monochromatic source is allowed to fall normally on the wedge. The interference pattern formed is observed by using a travelling microscope. Let d be the diameter of the wire and L be the length of the wedge, then tan theta is equal to d by L. So the bandwidth beta is equal to lambda L divided by 2d. Thus the diameter of the wire is given by d is equal to lambda L divided by 2 beta. Now our aim is to calculate the value of beta and L. Using the travelling microscope, the reading corresponding to a particular dark band is known as R1. By rotating the horizontal screw, the reading corresponding to the 20th dark band is known as R2. So bandwidth beta is equal to R2 minus R1 divided by 20. In the similar way, the reading corresponding to the edge of the wedge and the position of the wire are known as R3 and R4. By using these readings, the length of the wedge can be calculated as L is equal to R4 minus R3. Putting the values of lambda and beta in the above equation, the diameter of the wire can be calculated. Another application is the testing the plainness of the surfaces. An air wedge is formed with the test surface along with the standard optically plane glass plate. It is then illuminated by monochromatic light and the fringes are observed through a microscope. The fringes are of equal thickness and are orderly placed when the test surface is optically plane. The fringes are irregular and distorted when the surface is not plane. The test surface is polished several times and the same procedure is repeated until the desired degree of plainness is achieved. Next is Newton's rings. When a plano convex lens of large focal length is placed on a glass plate, a thin film is formed between the lens and the glass plate. Thickness of the air film increases uniformly in the outward direction. If monochromatic beam of light is allowed to fall normally on the system, the rays are reflected partially from the top and bottom surface of the thin film. the rays reflected from the thin film will interfere and we get dark and bright circular fringes. These fringes are called Newton's rings. The interference fringes in this case are circular because the thickness of the air film between the lens and the glass plate will be the same at all points on the circumference of the circle, the point of contact of the lens with the glass plate as the center. Let R be the radius of curvature of the lens, and T be the thickness of the air film at A, and small r is the radius of the ring at A. Then from the property of the circle, that is here DO and AB are the chords of the circle, they intersect at the point C. Therefore from the property AC into CB is equal to DC into CO. But you know that AC is equal to small r, that is equal to the radius of the ring at the point, that is AC is equal to CB is equal to R, and DC is equal to, that is 2R minus T, and CO is equal to T. Therefore R square is equal to 2R minus T into T. Therefore R square is equal to 2RT minus T square. Since 2RT is very greater than T square, R square is equal to 2RT, from which 2T is equal to R square by R. That is equation number 1. The path difference between the rays reflected from the top and bottom surface of the air film, where the thickness T is given by delta is equal to 2 mt cos R. Here delta is equal to 2 mt because R is equal to 0 for normal incidence and mu is equal to 1 for air film. Here the actual path difference is equal to 2t plus lambda by 2, that is here lambda by 2 is introduced due to reflection of light at the surface of the denser medium. Now our aim is to calculate the diameter of a the expression for the diameter of a bright ring. Let R be the radius of the end bright ring where the thickness of the air film is T. Therefore the equation becomes 2t is equal to Rn square by R. Again you know that the condition for bright ring is 2t plus lambda by 2 is equal to n lambda, from which 2t is equal to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. If dn is the diameter of the nth bright ring, then Rn square is equal to dn square by 4, that is again equal to 2n minus 1 into R lambda by 2. Or dn is equal to root of 2 into 2n minus 1 into R lambda, where n is equal to 1 to 3, etc. Next one is the expression for the diameter of a dark ring. In a similar way, let Rn be the radius of the nth dark ring where the thickness of the air film is T. Then from equation 1, again 2t is equal to Rn square by R. But the condition for dark ring is 2t plus lambda by 2 is equal to 2n plus 1 into lambda by 2, or 2t is equal to n lambda. From these two equations, that is equation 6 and 7, Rn square by R is equal to L lambda. Therefore Rn square is equal to Rn lambda. If dn represents the diameter of the nth dark ring, then dn is equal to root of 4 Rn lambda. Next is to calculate the diameter of the next is to calculate the determination of the wavelength of the monochromatic source of light. Let dn and dn plus k be the diameter of the nth and n plus kth dark band respectively. Then dn square is equal to 4r L lambda and dn plus k square is equal to 4r into n plus k into lambda. Therefore dn plus k square minus dn square is equal to 4r k lambda, from which lambda is equal to dn plus k square minus dn square divided by 4r k. In order to calculate the wavelength of monochromatic source of light, we have to calculate the value of dn plus k square minus dn square and r, the radius of curvature of the lens. For measuring the diameter of the wire, first of all, the center of crosswire of the traveling microscope is adjusted at the center of the ring system. By rotating the horizontal screw, the reading corresponding to the 20th, 15th, 10th and 5th dark rings on the left and right side of the fringes can be measured, and that is listed in the table. From this table, the diameter of the 20th, 15th, 10th and 5th dark rings are obtained, from which d20 square minus d10 square can be calculated. In order to calculate the radius of curvature, that is, the radius of curvature of the plano convex lens is measured by Boy's method. If f is the focal length of the lens and d the Boy's distance, then R is equal to Ft divided by F minus D. Next aim is to calculate the refractive index of a given liquid. Let dn and dn plus k be the diameters of the nth and n plus kth ring respectively using air film. Then dn plus k square minus dn square is equal to 4r k lambda. And dn dash and dn plus k dash be the diameters of the nth and n plus kth dark rings respectively with the liquid between the plane of conversants and the plane glass plate. If mu is the refractive index of the liquid, then dn plus k dash square minus dn dash square is equal to 4r k lambda by mu. From these two equations, that is equation 11 and 12, we get dn plus k square minus dn square divided by dn plus k dash square minus dn dash square is equal to mu. Using this equation, the refractive index of the given liquid can be calculated.